Cascade Asset Management is an information technology asset retirement company, which means we work with businesses and individuals who are looking to get rid of their old computers and other technology, and we look to remarket them and resell them for reuse, or recycle them into commodity products to be used in other parts of commerce. Well, we get in about 50,000 pounds of computer equipment every day through not only Madison, but we have 7 other facilities across the country. And we bring that equipment in from businesses and municipal collection programs, and we inventory the equipment to provide reports back to customers, which are of value to them. We also wipe all the data off of computers, so data security is a big issue that individuals and businesses need to protect. And then we look for opportunities to cascade that equipment to its next best use, be it by testing and remarketing and refurbishing the equipment, or we actually demanufacture and have people take apart the computers into plastics, metals, circuit boards that contain copper and gold, and sell that off into scrap markets where it can be converted into a new product. The idea is, how can we turn this waste into a resource? How can we convert it into something that the other people value, or at least take it out of the waste stream? Well, customers value this business for environmental protection. The electronic waste is the fastest growing part of the solid waste stream in the United States, so it's an issue that needs to be addressed. But there's also a problem because a lot of companies will just take their computers and dump them overseas into developing countries that can harvest the valuable metals, but at the same time they don't have the infrastructure for properly dealing with a lot of the hazardous materials in computers. So they turn to Cascade to make sure that that equipment is handled properly, domestically, and it protects their environmental responsibility. There's 3 issues with landfilling computers. First, it's just the amount of solid waste. It's, again, the fastest growing part of the waste stream, and electronics are now making up to 3% of the waste in solid waste landfills, which is pretty significant. The other issue is that you can have hazardous waste leach into the environment. There's mercury that's in lamps that creates the backlights in laptop computers and the new LCD panels. Mercury is very volatile, and it can leach out into landfills, and it can pollute the waters that might be that come from the leachate of landfills. So it's something we definitely want to keep out of the environment, in addition to the lead on the circuit boards and the solder. So we don't want to landfill computers because the hazardous materials might contain our local environment. And the third reason, which I think is actually the most important reason why to not landfill computers, is because they have very valuable resources that we can harvest. And if we can harvest the copper, the silver, the gold out of computers, rather than mining the earth and using very toxic arsenic and other chemicals to extract this from the earth, we're providing a really huge environmental benefit to us. Recycling is much more advantageous as far as reducing toxic chemicals, reducing energy use, than it is to mine the stuff out of the ground. We have 8 facilities across the country, and the great thing is that we provide a great national footprint so that we can service companies all across the United States. And we've also reduced our environmental footprint because there's so much of this equipment needs to be transported on roads and needs to be hauled everywhere. So by having more facilities across the country, we're transporting that equipment much shorter distances.